You all get to travel in top-notch security and luxury, especially when it comes to US president. We all have heard about Air Force One, the super secure, luxurious flying home equipped with multiple hidden and advanced technologies to make sure president is secured and taken care of when he travels by air. Popular belief says even storm can't make any harm to Air Force One. Yeah, of course. With new President Biden taking the office oath, he still will be using two heavily modified Boeing 747-200 aircraft known as VC-25. These were ordered during President Reagan's term, having beaten McDonnell Douglas's proposal, which put forward a modified DC-10. It was President George Bush who had the honor of taking delivery of the new jets in 1990. Carrying President of the United States of America all around the world to events and meetings. The flagship aircraft have been on duty ever since, but now an unconfirmed news indicate pair will mostly be replaced by new ones soon. The old Air Force One will most likely be up on display for public once the new ones are on duty. They deserve all that attention and honor, after all they are our pride. All three Boeing 707, for example, that served as Air Force One have been preserved. The George and Barbara Bush Foundation has expressed interest in taking one 747 after retirement, potentially going on display at the Bush Presidential Library and Museum, Texas. It's definitely a challenge with a massive 747 than a 747. But surely something will be worked out. Surprisingly, the plans for replacing the aircraft started a decade ago, around in 2009, when the study concluded that replacing the presidential aircrafts will be a better and cost-efficient option, taking into consideration regular maintenance and cost of adding the new technologies, as per air traffic upgradation. But when it comes to Air Force One, planning for 10 years is even a wise planning. Because they have to get it right every single time with no scope for errors. A new 747 was not chosen straight away. As early as 2007, the U.S. Air Force had approached Airbus to evaluate the use of its wide bodies for both presidential aircraft and other military use as part of a VIP large aircraft recapitalization program, according to reporting by Flight Global. The decision to replace the current aircraft with two Boeing 747-8 was announced in January 2015 under the Obama administration. Even before entering office, Trump began to voice his objection to the high cost estimated of over $5 billion in December 2016. He tweeted, "Boeing is building a brand new 747, Air Force One for future presidents, that costs are out of control." The both administrations got some issues sticking around with some decision, we all know, even going further and saying, "I refuse to fly in a $4 billion airplane," after which he did enter into negotiation and managed to reduce the price significantly. All the other equipment costs and luxury additions will be costing extra billions, as we all know. We're unlikely to find out much about the new aircraft technical equipment, as this is mostly classified. We know from the huge budget that there will be some impressive equipment, though some of the things this is likely to include are hardened fuselage shell to withstand electromagnetic pulse, is installing retractable air stairs to allow the aircraft to operate without external stairs or a gate. Full countermeasures against missile attack and missile warning systems, enhanced ability for steep takeoff and landing, and evasive maneuvers in flight, extensive communication facilities, and the installation of a second auxiliary power unit, or APU, allowing for redundancy and independent operation on the ground. One thing that will be missing is the ability to refuel mid-air. This was incorporated into the current aircraft, enabling them to stay airborne for extended periods. This was viewed as useful in the event of war or ground attack. In fact, with the change of presidency, it's likely that much of this is not yet decided. First Lady Nancy Reagan heavily influenced the current 747, wanting the design to reflect her native U.S. Southwest home. The jumbos were completed and first flying by 1987, entering service 3 years later. Former President Trump did discuss interiors during his presidency, with reports that he wanted a more lavish interior and larger beds. This time, there is potential for the new president to get more involved if he wishes. It remains to be seen, though, what the new president's preferences will be and how much of the existing plan will be changed. At a minimum, though, it will include the full range of facilities seen in the current 747. This includes a full suite of rooms for the president in the aircraft's nose office and meeting space for staff and a large conference room. There will also be a full medical facility on board. The rear of the current aircraft has the most similar layout to a standard commercial aircraft, with a seating area for press, as it remains standard for a press contingent to travel with the president. It would seem likely this layout will continue. The current VZ-25 are painted in a very recognizable blue and white color scheme. Trump proposed a new livery and a shift away from the almost 60-year tradition, opting for a red, white and dark blue color scheme. This may not have been finalized during his presidency, but he had a scale model built which was displayed in the Oval Office. It'll now be up to President Biden to choose whether to continue with Trump's redesign or keep the current livery with so much interest in it. Let us know in comments section below on what will be Biden's call. Wild guess will also do. So that all for now. We will keep you updates once more news are up with this topic. Until then, subscribe for more such great content and stay tuned.